Hey friends, welcome back to my channel. So since we are still at home, I decided to film the process that I go through when I'm doing my 10-year-old's hair. As you can see, she has a whole lot of hair. And I normally deep condition her hair when I shampoo it. She does have low porosity hair. It takes me like 10 minutes just to even get it wet before I can even shampoo. So in order for me to deep condition her hair, I have to absolutely use heat. I have to. There's just no way that it can be done without heat. So I either take her to the salon or set her under the dryer, or I use this heating cap that I have at home. Now the deep conditioner that I use is the Affirm 5-in-1 reconstructor. Now this is a professional product, but I didn't want to mention it because you can't go into the store and get it. But I figured for some of you who have stylists, maybe you can ask your stylist to get it. Again, it's the Affirm 5-in-1 reconstructor, and what it is actually a conditioner made for after you get your hair relaxed. However, it works so good on hair that is extremely dry and hair that's low porosity like my daughter's, because the conditioning agents in it are so great that they work wonders on her hair. So I do use that on her hair a lot, just so that it can retain the moisture that I put in there and make it nice, soft, silky for when I blow dry it. I don't always blow dry her hair, but lately I have been blow drying and straightening her hair, only because she's at that awkward stage that us females go through, where she's too old to get braids, the little girl braids and little girl hairstyles, but she's not quite old enough to keep her hair straight on her own. But she's trying to learn. So I figure if I keep it straight for her and blow dry and straighten it every 2 weeks, so like twice a month, in between she can learn how to braid her hair and style it up in a bun, all the little things that she's trying to do on her own. She doesn't like braids, as far the like feed-in braids and individual braids and stuff like that. She doesn't really like those, but I do, however, give her braids, because sometimes I need to give her hair a little bit of break from the heat. So yeah, she's tender-headed, so she gives me a problem about that as well. So it's another reason why I find it easier to just blow dry and straighten her hair, so that I'm not yanking and pulling on her hair every week, or I mean every day really. Like when I do her hair, if I keep her hair in its natural state, yeah, she would be going through it every morning. She would be crying for me having to pull and detangle her hair every single day. So let's talk about her hair. I would say her hair is 4C texture, and I really don't agree with the grading system. Well, not so much that I don't agree. I just feel that the only thing that I find use for it is just to maybe describe someone's hair, or have someone describe their hair to me. And the reason why I feel that way is because it really doesn't matter what grade your hair is. There are no specific products for each grade. It's not like you can say, all right, I have 4C hair, and I have to go to the shelf and buy XYZ products because those were the products that were made for my hair. No, you can have two people that have the same exact hair, the same exact texture, almost the same exact head, and the products that one use will not work for the other. So yeah, that's why I feel like the grading system is really, for me, I don't use it as much. So now back to my daughter. The only thing that I feel like I have problems with her is her ends. Her ends seem to split a lot, so I've been trying to come up with a regimen at night to make sure that I can keep her ends as moisturized as possible. Again, like I said, she's trying to learn how to do her own hair, so I'm trying to be as hands off as possible just so that she can learn. I try to tell her what to do, but of course, she is only 10, so she does not oil her ends how she's supposed to moisturize her ends. Like when I tell her to, I taught her how to wrap her hair, but of course that doesn't happen all the time like it's supposed to. So we're just learning. So today I'm going to trim her hair. Originally she asked me to cut it into a bob. She says that she wanted all her hair cut to the length of the front. But after I straightened it and she saw how nice and long her hair looks, she decided she didn't want it cut that short anymore. So I'm going to show you what I do with my clients who just want to get rid of all their split ends without taking off the length. So normally I take my time and I go through the hair and slowly cut off the ends, and then just keep going through it and cutting off a little bit until I'm able to get as many of the split ends as I see without just cutting at the point where people would be like, well, all that looks bad, so just cut it off. You don't necessarily have to do that. You can take your time and you really go in there and just grab the split ends. But okay, I will let you keep watching and I'll come back at the end. Okay, so I lied. I said I was going to come back at the end, but as I'm watching the footage, I think I just want to describe what's going on here. So, as you can see, her hair is thin at the very, very bottom. See, she has split ends going up, I'll say maybe 3 inches higher than where I'm cutting right now, but it's not see-through. Like, you can't really see through that hair. And for someone who wants to keep their length, I would not recommend cutting up 3 inches higher, only because where you can see the split ends there, you can just pull the hair up and cut the split ends that are on that level. So basically the hair becomes layered from the split ends. So you can go up and cut the split ends and have the hair layered and still keep the length. Now, if her hair was kind of see-through all the way up, I would have just cut all the way up, because at that point, when it becomes see-through, that's because so much of the hair has been broken off that there's really no volume left. There are not very many strands of hair that are healthy that are left. So you just kind of want to just get rid of the straggly pieces and just call it a day. But with her case, as you can see, as I'm parting different sections, it's still very thick at the bottom. The problem is that there's still split ends as you go up. So that's what I'm doing. I'm taking different sections and taking care of the split ends as they go up, and then you'll see me pull it up so that way I can take care of the split ends that's on the top of her head that happen to fall right before the ends of her hair. And I hope that you guys are understanding what I'm saying, the way that I'm explaining it. So yeah, so you don't necessarily have to cut off the hair at the point where the split ends begin. You can actually take what's split on the bottom and then just elevate the hair and get rid of the split ends that are on the top and keeping the length. So when I got to the front of her hair, I did basically part out all her edges and cut them really short because she had a large amount of breakage and split ends on her edges. So rather than try to slowly transition those, I just cut them short, and I will allow them to grow back nice and strong. She has been using a lot of gels on her edges, trying to do the little baby swoops and all the stuff that they see on Instagram, and it just dried her hair out a whole lot. So I got rid of those, and they'll be back. Her hair grows pretty quickly, so I'm just bending the ends real quick so that I can teach her again how to wrap her hair. So that's what I'm doing here, and my camera did die, but I was able to get the footage of what it looked like when I was done. Please make sure to leave any comments or any questions down below. Make sure to subscribe and like and share the video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.